Picture this: you're 30,000 feet above the Atlantic Ocean. The cabin is calm, lights dimmed, most passengers half asleep while the crew quietly moves about. Then, out of nowhere, the captain's shaky voice cuts through the intercom. "Ladies and gentlemen, if there are any combat pilots on board, please come forward immediately." The cabin goes silent. Confused faces turn, whispers spread. In row 10, a young woman slowly opens her eyes. Her name was Elena Carter, 29 years old. No one on that plane knew she was a former Air Force fighter pilot who had left the service 2 years earlier after a mission ended in tragedy. To everyone else, she looked like just another traveler. Hoodie, jeans, headphones, and a book in her lap. But inside, her past was alive. She once flew F-16s, surviving battles most people couldn't imagine. She had promised herself she was done with flying, done with being a hero. Yet the urgency in the captain's voice told her that lives were in danger. Elena stood up, unbuckled, and made her way to the cockpit. Passengers whispered, "Is she really a pilot?" But she ignored them. The cockpit revealed the crisis. The co-pilot was unconscious, alarms were blaring, and the captain was struggling to keep the plane stable in a violent storm. His voice cracked. "We've lost autopilot, my co-pilot is out, and the controls are failing. If I go down too, this plane is finished." Elena stepped forward, her training kicking in. "I can help," she said firmly. The captain looked at her, stunned. She met his eyes. "Call sign Viper, U.S. Air Force, retired. I'll take the co-pilot's seat." Gripping the controls, Elena fought the storm. Lightning lit up terrified faces in the cabin. Oxygen masks dropped. The aircraft lurched violently. But Elena stayed calm. She had flown through missile fire before. She knew how to push through. The captain warned of engine trouble and failing hydraulics. Elena's jaw tightened. "Then we fly it crippled if we have to," she replied, guiding the jet through turbulence with precision. Passengers held onto one another, unaware that the quiet woman from row 10 was now their only hope. After what felt like hours, she spotted faint runway lights through the storm, an emergency strip at a coastal airbase. She radioed in. "This is Delta 473. Former USAF pilot at the controls. Request emergency landing. Copy that, Viper. You're clear to land." "We're with you," came the reply. Crosswinds slammed the jet as the runway rushed closer. Inside the cabin, people prayed, cried, and braced themselves. Elena focused only on the landing. "Steady, steady," she muttered. The wheels slammed down, bouncing hard before finally gripping the runway. The aircraft roared, brakes screaming, until, at last, it rolled to a stop. For a moment, there was silence. Then cheers, clapping, and tears filled the cabin. The captain turned to her, his eyes wet. "You just saved 300 lives." But Elena shook her head. "No, they saved me." 4 years, she had carried guilt over comrades she couldn't save. But in that cockpit, fighting for strangers, she found her purpose again. As she stepped back into the cabin, passengers rose to their feet, applauding her. A little girl ran forward and hugged her leg, whispering, "Thank you, Angel." Elena smiled through tears. For the first time in years, she felt whole again. Elena Carter never asked for fame or medals. All she wanted was peace. And somehow, by saving others, she found it. Life is unpredictable. Sometimes the strength we need comes from the person no one notices, like the quiet woman in row 10, who turned out to be the hero of the skies. If this story inspired you, share it with someone who needs a reminder of the courage hidden inside ordinary people. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more powerful stories.